Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Tritanopia V3 by GDC. Tritanopia? Anyway, I'm not going to look that up. I'll just leave that in. Anyway, this continues our ambiguity theme week, including ambiguity on how that's pronounced, at least for me. Also why it's V3. Okay, so what is ambiguity? Well, we're going to have stuff in the grid where it's up to us to figure out what of some options it means, usually of two options. And so the rules themselves are not ambiguous, just to be clear. It is up to us when solving to determine what works for what rule. And there is only going to be one solution to that. All right, so let's go over the rules. We do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6, exactly once each. We also have ambiguity between German whisper lines and region sum lines. So let's just take a really simple one like this guy here. So this line, we don't know if it's German whispers or if it's region sum, and it's up to us to determine which it is. And it's and or, so it could be both, but generally they're going to be one or the other. But anyway, if it were a German whisper line, then adjacent digits on the line, these two and these two, have to have a difference of at least 3. So if this was a 5, we need to be at least 3 away from 5. So this could be a 2, because that's exactly 3 away. That's fine. Or this could be 1, because that's 4 away. And that's at least 3. We can't do 5-3, because that's 2 away. Or 5-4, or 5-6, because that's 1 away. And that is not at least 3 away. So you take the bigger number minus the smaller number, and that result needs to be 3 or larger. All right, or it could be a region sum line. What we do is we split the line into segments based on when it crosses box borders. So we've got our green segment and our blue segment. A segment can be 1 cell long. Now the sum of each segment on the same line is the same. So whatever this would be, say a 5, let's keep using 5. This could be 2, 3, because 2 plus 3 is 5 and 5 on its own is 5. So the sum of each segment is the same. Now on another line, the sum could be something other than 5. And the sum doesn't have to be 6 or less. They all have the same sum. All right. Now in this case, it does have to be 6 or less because this is a single digit, right? But that's not part of the rules. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. So some of these can't be region sum. Like this can't be a region sum. Very easy to prove. The absolute minimum digits I could put on this segment is 1, 2, 3, 4. And that adds to 10. So I'd have to put a 10 here. There is no 10 digit in a 6x6 Sudoku, not by a long shot. So this is definitely a German whisper line. And so I'm going to just draw a green line on top of it to fill that in as definitely German whisper. And so now I'm going to color the German whisper. How do I color it? Well, I'm just going to go green, purple, green, purple, green. Now, what is this representing? Well, if this digit it's representing low or high. We don't know which one's low and which one's high, but we know that it alternates. Because let's say this was low, 1, 2, or 3. From 1, 2, 3, we have to add at least 3 to that because we can't subtract 3 or more. We wouldn't be a digit. We'd be 0 or less. And so we have to add 3 or more. And when we do that, we leave the 1, 2, 3 range and end up in the 4, 5, 6 range. Then from 4, 5, 6, we have the opposite problem. We can't add, so we have to subtract, and we end up back in the 1, 2, 3 range. So it bounces back and forth. Now, of course, if this were a high instead, we would just bounce back and forth the other way. So you always have lows next to highs in German whisper. And now there are only 3 lows and 3 highs in every row, column, box, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. We have all 3 greens. We don't know if green is low or high, but we know we have all 3 of them. And so the rest have to be purple. Now, because we have 2 purples next to each other on here, this has to be a region sum line. And that means purple is low. You cannot have 2 high digits sum to another digit, right? This adds to 9. It would work in a 9 by 9, but in 9 by 9, lows and highs are different values. So no matter what, you can't have 2 highs add to a single digit. So we do know that purple is low, so I'm actually going to change it to blue because I am used to blue being low and orange being high, and this will help remind me. Now, 2 lows could be another low. 1 plus 2 is 3. That barely gets you another low. So we don't know if this is low or high or not, but we do know that it's at least 3, I guess. So we know this is a 4, 5, 6. Now, there's something about 3s and 4s on German whispers let's talk about. So specifically, let's talk about a 4 here first. If this was a 4, what can 4 go next to? And the answer is only 1. So this would force to be a 1 because it's next to the 4 on the German whisper line. We have to have a difference of at least 3. But this cell here would also be forced to be a 1. And because these two cells are in the same row and the same box, pick one, they can't both be 1. And so we're not actually allowed to put a 4 here. So this is only 5, 6. Similarly, this cell and this cell are not allowed to be 3s for the same reason. If this was a 3, these would both be 4. Sorry, these would both be 6. If this was a 3, these would both be 6. So these are limited to 1, 2 only, making this the 3, making this 1, 2, making this a 3, and that is actually blue. All right, we need to finish the box with an orange. Now this could be a 4. If we would go 4, then 1, and then what? This would be 2 with a 5, 6 next to it. So that works out fine. This could also be 4. All right, how do we continue from here? Do we need to look at more of these? I'm curious if this could be region sum. I think it can be, right? Because if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, adding to 10, this could be 4, 6, also adding to 10. So that would work fine. What about this one, though? This one doesn't work. The minimum these three would add to is 1, 2, 3. That's 9. And we can't put a 9 here. I mean, I could, but 9 isn't part of the rules. It's 1 through 6. So this is definitely a German whisper line. So we can draw a green line here for German whisper. And I can I low high it is the question. I can definitely green purple it, and we can take a look once we have green purples. We know this cell's not a 3 or 4. I'm not sure if that's helpful. It's from 1, 2, 5, 6. And this one also is 1, 2, 5, 6. The other ones are actually could be, they'd work out fine as 3 or 4. I don't know how to connect this. If this was low, it would be the last low for the column. So I guess it's more likely to be high, but we don't go with more likely around here. If this was region sum, this would have to add to 10 or 11, because the biggest we can make is 11 here. So the smallest is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes our smallest 10, and our largest 5, 6 is 11. I will say, if this is a region sum line, then these are both high, and that uses up all of the highs for the box, well, along with whether green or purple is high. So these would definitely be low, and that would force this to be the high, because we'd have all our lows used. So that's kind of interesting. Is that a problem, though? I don't know if it's a problem. Oh, hey, look, I haven't marked a 3 down here. 3 in this box. Oh, I've eliminated 3 from this box. Have I made a mistake? I must have. I must have made a mistake because I've eliminated 3 entirely from this box. Uh-oh. So let me go back. It can't be region sum. Definitely not. Oh. I think I just proved that it has to be region sum. Sorry. I for some reason I said 1, 2, 3 was 9. 1, 2, 3 is 6, and that does work, and I think that's what it has to be. Here's my proof. 3 looks in here, 3 looks down here. 3's in one of these two. Neither of these can be 3 on a German whisper line, because they would force 6 here and here, and this one would this one would force 6 in here, this one would force 6 in here. So that means that this is a region sum line. Okay, that's gonna make this a lot easier to solve. And so this has to be 1, 2, 3, adding to 6, and now these two add to 6. So 6 is high. These are all low. In fact, so we can just mark our lows and highs striped like this. This is a 4, 5 pair. And now these add to 6. So they're 1, 5 or 2, 4. Meaning no 3. No 6 either. I don't need those 3s cornered. This is 4, 5, 6. I don't really like marking when it can be any of them. Oh, this is 1, 2, and that's actually important. That makes a 1, 2 pair here. So this can't be 1 or 2, meaning this can't be 4 or 5. So this is low. This is high. That's the last low for this column. 4, 5 pair. So we do need a 6 either here or here. I'm thinking this is going to end up region sum, but I'm not sure if that's, I don't know, does it? It might be hard to make this region sum because we only have 1 low left in this column. So the very, very lowest we could make this is 1, 4. Oh, I guess that works easily. Yeah. Okay. 6 in this box is in one of these two. Huh. All right, how do I continue here? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't really want to mark that. Oh, we need a 3, 6 pair here. I wonder if that's helpful. Ah. Is it ah? Well, I think so. Yeah, I think this is always 6, no matter what. So imagine that this was a region sum line, right? 3 is too low. 3, 6 adds to 9, and these add to at least 10. So we wouldn't be able to have this be 3 if it were a region sum line. So if it's going to be 3, it's going to have to be a German whisper line, but remember, 3 can only be next to 6 on German whisper, and this cannot be a 6. There's a 6 in the column. So this is never a 3. We don't actually know what we are, but we know this has to be 6 in either case. It is always 6. Okay. Now, we have all of our highs used. These are low. And so this being low, 1, 2, 3, this being low tells us that this is not region sum line. This has to be a German whisper. So now we can just get our low highs here. Okay, and can we finish? Yeah, this is high, this is low. Yeah, so we finished coloring. So this is a 1 or a 2, making this a 3, making this a 1 or a 2. This is a 4, 5 pair. So this is a 6, making this a 4, 5, making this a 6. Meaning 6 is one of these two, one of these two. These are 4, 5. This can't be a 3 because it would double up the 6, right? So this is 1, 2. All right, 1, 2, and that makes this a 3, and that places this 3. We are done with 3s. These are 4, 5. Okay, what finishes this? This cell here sees a 1, 2 pair, right? Okay, yeah, it can't be 4 because these would both be 1. That's probably the easiest way to put it. So that's 5, that's 4. That's a 6 now. So this has to be 5. That's 4, that's 5. That's 4 and 5. There's just Sudoku. We saw this 4 and 6. This is a 6. This is a 4. All right, I have to do the lows now because I think the lows will finish this. Yeah, this sort of 4 or 5 deadly pattern gets resolved by how we add to 6. So I need to finish my 1, 2s. Where do I finish my 1, 2s? Do I have a 4 on a line? Yeah, this 4 on the line does it. So we get the 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1 goes with 5. So that's 4, 5, and 4. That's 2, 1, 2, and 1, and we're done. All right, we didn't get any 3s in the corner today, but this was a fun puzzle. Thanks, GDC. I was expecting the entire time for this to be a region sum. I apologize for the mistake I made. You were probably yelling, why is 1, 2, 3, 9? It is not. 2, 3, 4 is 9. Anyway, I don't know how I made that mistake in my head, but I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking 1, 2, 3 was too high, but 1, 2, 3 is just low enough. And I've known that in plenty of region sum line puzzles. So that was just a brain fart. You know how that goes. But I did catch myself. And actually, it was an interesting way to prove that it couldn't be a German whisper. I was like, hold on a minute. Where are 3s going in this box? That's a problem. And I thought I broke the puzzle, but I technically did by marking it as a German whisper. Anyway, that was neat. I enjoyed that. Let me know how you did. If you enjoyed it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.